Chase Leaki with the Blue Futon, and the next Sundance premiere is one of the movies that I'm most anticipated for, Duel. The reason why, The Art of Self-Defense was such a bonkers, and I love that style of movie. Can he do it again with Duel? Let's find out. So Duel, what is it about? Well, it's a pretty simple premise, actually. In the near future, if you think you're going to die, you can get yourself a replacement, and the replacement is actually a clone. And so when you die, this clone of yours takes over your body, and it's supposed to make your family feel better. Of course, there's moral dilemmas with that in the story, but Karen Gillan's character is not going to die. It was a freak reasoning. It's pretty funny for reason why. But now, Court Order, the twin, or aka the clone, wants to stay alive, so now they have to duel each other out to the death 1 year time. Aaron Paul's also in this, and his character is to help train the real Karen Gillan's character. So did I like this movie? I thought it was a great movie overall, except the ending. Something about all these Sundance movies and the endings, it just, I just want to strangle it because the build up to me and the payoff wasn't there. So we'll go with the overall movie as a whole. Great acting. It's pan emotional. What do I mean by that? Everyone's monotone. It's more like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? And it's kind of the joke in the thing, or it's a joke in the movie where everything is supposed to be that monotone, that pan style of, humor, the pan style of talking, where it's just straight like to the point, to the point, to the point, and not a lot of emotion. And that helps with the dialogue of getting this kind of dark humor out. Oh, can't breathe right there. Some really dark humor in this, especially with two dogs. One you don't expect, and it just happens. And when you see it happen, you just are like, "Oh shit! Oh, that just happened!" And you have moments like that. There's a beatboxing, dance scene, and everything like that. Something about dance scenes in the festival now. A lot of movies have dance scenes. I've been seeing this, After Yang, Fresh. Like, how many dance scenes are there going to be in Sundance Film Festivals? It seems like it's not Bollywood, guys, but with that, it is a very short 1.5 hour movie of it is to the point of like, what is this person's dilemma? Will the person actually like the clone better? And that brings that interesting dialogue of like, even though you look the same, there's a different person. Who is your family going to like better? That's kind of creepy and scary at the same time. But the acting between Aaron Paul and Karen Gillan are the best scenes in this movie about her trying to just say, I'm going to kill this clone. I need to understand what violence is. I need to not be scared of blood and figure out what to do. So, huge goofs in this movie before I give the negative. Huge goofs. They filmed this in Finland. And if you lived in Europe like I have, you completely know what the surrounding area, aka traffic signs, traffic circles, look like. And then when you're paying gas in dollars, a huge goof right there of I do understand where you have to go to Finland instead of the United States to get this film made, but the last scene is someone driving and you can completely see the European signs, European cars, European traffic circle, and then when she's paying for gas, she's paying in US dollars. In that situation, go for credit cards, but I understand the whole casting's part of the story, but it's a huge goof that if someone's paying attention, they could be like, that's wrong. That's 100% wrong at all. And the director did talk about not that scenario, but the accents of like, I really have to get American actors because this is not an American country. But then the end. You understand what's happening at the end to get there, but I feel like the characters are leading up to this duel, right? I'm trying not to spoil these movies because they literally just came out and you're not going to see it for a couple more months. So these two characters are training, right? You expect them to train and know what one might be doing. That's all I'm going to say. And I feel like that was a huge fault with one of the characters because you're like, you've been training. You should know better. You should know better about what is actually happening. And I guess I was expecting something different. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil anything at all. I do think it's worth a watch, but it might be one of those movies where I got to sleep on, but I'm giving it back to back because I still have one more to watch tonight. But Duel, overall, it's a good movie. The ending just gives me a weird, just like, I wanted more, but then again, it's almost the same ending as The Art of Self-Defense. The more I think about it, it is almost the same, just shock and awe ending, but this one had less shock. Do I prefer Art of Self-Defense better over Duel? Absolutely. But Duel is still a good time in the movies. It's funny. It has its moments, but man, I don't know. I don't know. That ending, maybe my score will change in the near future. But yeah, here's the score right now. Duel will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons because at 80%. And it's hard, guys. I was really struggling between a 60, 70, and 80. This is not a negative review movie at all. But I don't know, that ending. I'm going with the 80, the higher end I want to go because it was so good. I was so into this movie until the last, like, 5 minutes. Roz is like, you're hurting my heart. I want closure. Anyway, let's see what the critics gave this one, even if it's up there or not. So we have 2 reviews, actually. I do not know what they are, and it says we have 2 positives. One's a 3.5 out of 5, and one doesn't say. Unlike his previous films, the exploration of toxic masculinity, I don't think that one had to deal with toxic masculinity. But here it is. Duel turns to attention to a woman finding a reason to kill for her life, and this is a very funny film that's left me awaiting whatever Stearns has up his sleeve next. I really hate that term, toxic masculinity. Then we better make a fucking movie of toxic femininity because that's fucking out there. But anyway, we're gonna go with that 100% or my 80%. Chase the like with the blue futon, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Blue Futonopia, you Blue Futonians. Thanks for watching and having a great day. And seriously, if you haven't seen The Art of Self-Defense, and if you have seen it and you love it, you're going to like this. If you hate it, you're going to hate it. It's his style of filmmaking, and he even said in his Q&A, it is not for everyone, and he will understand if you don't like this film. But let's do this. A couple more premieres, but the rest after this are going to be second-hand viewings. Yeah!